Hi guys, Jerry T back once again filling in for Karen B's on Camp Bush. She just went to the vet today for a massive flea and tick infestation. Not feeling real good about that, so she asked me to fill in once again on this video. And we're going back to my favorite flatard that nobody's ever heard of. Ramon Ortiz. This guy's so fucking stupid. Here, we got a video here. It's going to be 9 minutes long. I cannot possibly do this in one video because I just don't like making long videos. Look at this guy. I won Nobel Prize. I think he probably got that remark from me. I told him to submit his incredible amount of stupid and win a Nobel Prize. And so, but here he is, balloon in a vacuum. What does this retard have to say?
And the balloon is expanding. Now we're
Yep,
told that a vacuum is nothing. So how can nothing produce a reaction, which is the balloon expanding? How can
you fucking idiot. A vacuum is nothing. It's not really totally nothing. But inside that balloon is not nothing. There's air pressure in there. And as they drop the pressure in the vacuum, the pressure in the balloon makes it expand. God, holy shit! This is sixth grade stuff. What the hell does this clown not understand about it?
that occur? If a vacuum is nothing, why is the balloon doing anything?
Yeah.
Yet we see the balloon expand and expand. It's filling the space. It's filling the vacant space of the vacuum.
It's filling the vacant space of the vacuum because there's air pressure inside the balloon, you dumb fuck. And this is the epitome of what this moron doesn't understand about physics. And later in the video, he's going to repeat the same nonsense.
Do you understand that? It'll keep expanding until it takes the shape of the vacuum. Now we have water in a vacuum. The guy's going to turn on the vacuum pump.
Here's a
the
good
vacuum
one.
pump is going to suck the air.
The vacuum pump does not suck. It has a fan that creates an airflow and makes a lower pressure, a pressure differential. Now listen what this idiot says.
Out of this chamber to turn it into a vacuum chamber.
Yeah.
Again, if a vacuum is nothing, how can there be any reaction? You must have an action to have a reaction.
Oh, that's...
So, he turns it on.
Seemed like a little jump cut
and the
there.
water's going to appear to bubble boil. You see that?
Yeah, I see
How
it.
can this be?
How can this be? I'm a moron and I'm trying to debunk 2,000 years of science. Hey, dickhead. As the air pressure decreases, the water molecules with the most energy become gas. In other words, water vapor, and they rise to the top. Only because of gravity, by the way. If you did this in a zero-G environment, you wouldn't see it. God, he's so fucking stupid.
How can this be? How can there be any reaction?
Yeah.
Unless there is an action. How can an action be achieved if the vacuum is nothing? What's going...
But it's not nothing. You've got something in the vacuum chamber. What is this moron talking about? Yeah, I wish I could make a vacuum around my asshole, 'cause I haven't taken a shit in 6 weeks. It would suck the turds right out.
Going on here is suction.
Suction. What a dick.
Suction, the production of a vacuum by the
Suction, the
removal of air
production. I just
to
made a
force
rhyme.
fluid or any matter or medium, the balloon, into a vacant space. So that water is attempting to fill the space.
Yeah.
And that is the reason why there's a reaction. It is due to suction. The balloon expanded due to suction. Is that really so hard to understand?
For you it is. Now here's
Here
the
we
good,
have a
here's
rail
the good
tank.
stuff.
They're going to use a vacuum pump on a adjacent truck to suck the air
Again,
out
he
of
doesn't
this
know what a
rail
vacuum pump
tank.
is.
And it's correctly titled Demonstrating the Power of a Vacuum.
Okay, I can't tell where he got this video from. He's filming it like the dumb fuck that he is, in portrait mode with his phone. But it did not come from the people who created it. That was from the Mythbusters. This text that he has on there demonstrating the power of vacuum, that came from someone else. This was done on Mythbusters. I think in their final season, they tried to they were trying to debunk a myth that somebody was steam cleaning the inside of a tanker car, and it started to rain. So they sealed up the tanker car, and as the rain fell down on it, with all that hot steam inside that is expanding, it started to cool, and it dropped the pressure rapidly, and it imploded. So what happened was, let's go play a little. Let's go see a little farther.
Not the power of outside pressure, but the power of a vacuum, and also titled appropriately Vacuum Implosion, because that's what's really going on. And it is due to suction. Now,
again, some flatard, idiot, dipshit who thinks vacuums suck, they put those words on the screen. This was not on the original video that was made by Mythbusters. And
other truck, the vacuum pump will suck the air
suck
out of
the
this
air.
rail tank. And you got the rail tank. Picture my hand as a
Picture my hand. This is how I grab my dick every night because I can't get a woman.
rail tank. And as the air is being sucked out, it will implode or collapse in on it.
Because of the outside pressure. That's why this happens. I mean, what do you think he's a moron.
It is not outside pressure.
It is.
Now, there's the truck with the vacuum pump.
Yep.
It's sucking the air out.
Yep.
And let's see what happens.
It's pretty cool, actually.
Did you see that? Now, isn't that convenient? It's just crushed in the middle where the most power of
Now, what he's done, what this fucking retard doesn't know, you see this right here? Right there? They tried to do the same experiment by removing all the air, and it wouldn't crush. Because this fucking thing is it was like 2-inch steel. And it just so happens that the amount of pressure that was from the outside couldn't crush it. So they dropped I can't remember, it was like a 3,000 pound piece of concrete from a crane at 100 feet. And it made that little dent right there and just damaged it enough to affect the structure. Then they got all the air out of it, and it collapsed, just like you saw. He's not going to tell you that because he's a moron. He probably doesn't understand it or seen it, but it fits his silly little religious cult So now he's like, vacuums suck.
The suction is occurring. It's not crushed there, is it? It's not outside pressure just moving in on this area. It would have crushed the whole thing. To prove
But it was crushed. If you see this, it was crushed. And it all doesn't happen at once. There's a little bit here, and most of it happened in the middle because that's where the structure was most vulnerable. At the ends, again, 2 inches of steel on those ends. Yeah.
my point, if you still don't understand, while this was before it was crushed, you could affix 100 empty aluminum soda cans to the outside of this rail tank, and after it implodes, not one of those cans would be damaged.
I have no idea what this dumb shit is trying to say. Empty soda cans have just as much pressure on the inside as the outside. You dumb shit. Jesus Christ, is this guy a moron? The vacuum suck. I don't know how my vacuum cleaner works. I pay someone to do that for me. Holy shit. Maybe I did get through the whole video. Probably all I wanted to show you, but he's stupid. He's a gold mine of stupid. And I make these videos, and I'm going to tag him so he sees them. We had an argument going on his channel. He blocked me. You can't block this, Ramon, or whatever the fuck your name is. You're incredibly stupid. Good night now. This is Karen Bees on Camp Bush, and I approve this message.